Hello everybody, this is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, here with another stream. And finally got this thing started, and still haven't figured out how to get it to YouTube at the same time. I'm gonna need to get some time to go over a YouTube tutorial for that, but eventually we will figure it out. With that being said, we will, since it doesn't look like too much is happening right here other than, oh wait, no, I'll go ahead and join that rally. Okay, no, Z kicked it back. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look at each of the regions, starting with our own. And we hit a bit of a wall. Mob started to build straight across. We had a period of inactivity, and X-War completely took advantage of it. Welcome, Smogalt. Glad to have you here. So far, we've kind of just been duking it out here for the last, I want to say, 14 hours, off and on. And you got BTW, who has not built over to us. They put a stop to the movement of Too Hot, and then built over to have some fun with Fox and Hot 9. Since Hot 9 is actually kind of helping them out, they're just holding Fox at a standstill back here and making sure that Hot can get their 7. Basically showing off that BTW should not be in G3 at all. They definitely need to be in G2 or G1. Fine is working their way over to BTW, so we might have some interesting combat when they meet. It looks like one more flag and they'll be able to start putting some pressure on BTW, which will free up the open field for us to try and move. It might be interesting. We'll get back to that later. Let's go check out how G1 is doing. Now, if you all watched my last stream, you know the G1 had quite a bit of activity. And as you can see, HNB is... what? Damn it, it flashed red and it's not even doing anything. 6 minutes ago. If it's gonna be like that, try and do this again. I'm gonna ignore you until I see a marker. I'm not blind, am I? It's just doing that to me. Nope, getting that. I don't have any troop. I'm gonna check one more time. There's nothing going on. Absolutely nothing. Anyways, I'm gonna ignore you this time. Back to G1. So, we have Boone, who is playing with HNB right here. I'm ignoring you. And is built down to meet them again around this level 7. HNB is still going to try and build around the mountain when she comes. And TBZ is also looking like they're going to help out here. They haven't touched, and, well, maybe they're not going to help out. They haven't moved any of their cities forward. Probably out of fear of getting burned and getting burned. Lost is setting up their nice little Farmville and created an opening for AC-18 to head over. And I don't know how the allies are doing here. I'm not sure if everybody's against HNB or if everybody's against Boone. Both. can tend to happen. But since Boone isn't actively burning this flag, I'm going to say at least Arkham is an ally of theirs. You've got AOW, who has circled around their 7 and is heading in multiple directions for some reason. WRPG setting up their nice little farm. You gotta feel bad. I mean, Lost, TBZ, WRPG, powerful alliances. They're not on the same level as Boone, HNB. Matchmaking needs to get fixed for Island Raid to be more fun for people. So we will come back and check in on Boone and HNB periodically. They've got a little bit of field fighting from AC-18 against... Oh, wait, we have a little bit of a rally going here that's going to take forever. Big Daddy, I know you want to have that siege tree, but giving up Bella's damage buff for Sven's skill damage, considering you need his skill damage to shut down Thunder's healing. Now, granted, the siege tree here is a lot more defensive than Bella's skill tree. You're going to be in a stance. You could probably have that one rally up for an hour and not reinforce it. Anyways, come back to that later. Doesn't appear to be any other fighting. Oh, wait, hold on. We've got... So he's down there trying to take that tower when there's no reinforcements. We have Panda's 18 shelters acting against this one tower by itself. Oh, and Captain Tony. And it appears as if... Oh, God. Optimize that. It's too much going on. It's a burning tower, so they've already hit it once, and they're heavily weakening it now. So it looks as if they're attempting to get more kills out of this. Are they doing anything to this northern section at the same time? I feel like that might be beneficial for them, just to try and get a few more kills. Nah, Chuck Know Your Ass and a couple others are up here. All in all, this will be interesting to watch as the night goes on. Let me make sure that my stream is getting published. Oh, dear. Wait. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's already published. Damn bot spam. Anyways. Now we've seen G1, on to G2. Where ANCS is the powerhouse, and they have shown it. Did they need to build all the way around the world to do that? No. But they did. Fox 1 doesn't get a chance to get their level 6. They've taken the level 7 from the far side of the map. But Fox 1, Fox 3, Fox 0, they're not going to be able to, unless they completely combined their efforts at the exact same time. I don't see them being able to do anything. You've got New D, who's managed to take a level 7 away from Murder. Is there any fighting going on here today? Some movement, but no fighting. Do they have full troops? Yeah, those are full troops sitting there. But it's Smaug, so they're leaving that alone. So I'll check in with G2 every now and then to see if there's a little fighting going on, but ANCS pretty much has that one in the bag. The other interesting one I wanted to look at is G4. G4 doesn't have anyone around 8 yet, so they aren't as familiar with the standard mode of doing things. I don't know what happened here. LSEF took their area and then backed off. I don't know if maybe someone built to them broke and I don't know. Likely they gave up their position in order for someone else to have a better ranking. You have Joker, who actually got their level 6. Look at them. They built 6 flags, 7 flags since yesterday. 97 KO got pushed back to their level 6, and it doesn't look like they're going to push any further than that. They'll let them have that spot. Course is built to the level 7. That will open up in 22 hours, and hopefully we'll get something interesting out of that. HSU, I don't know what this staggered wall thing is here. I'm sure they have a purpose for it, but I don't see it. DHX and KNQS still at a standstill. It doesn't look as if anyone's moved yet. You have a little bit of field fighting going on. You have one rally. You have an infantry rally and an infantry garrison. Well, mostly infantry rally, and the trades on it aren't horrible. Granted, it still favors garrison, but it appears as if they're starting a counter rally on it. And they're starting a cavalry rally on this rally here. So they have an infantry rally and a rider rally. And at this point in the game, they don't really have any great ranged commanders with which to run a rally. So I'm not surprised. Gotta give them kudos for being able to be stretched thin as they are and still hold a couple of great garrisons. Otherwise, this is a fairly uneventful region now. We'll check back in with KNQS and DHX as time goes on. Can that red border go away? No one's dumb enough to hit me without a rally. Unless you're just telling me there's someone with battle fever close to me. There's absolutely no reason for that to be the case. Oh, chop, chop, chop. BTW Stompy really causing a problem. We've got no rallies going. Looks like Z and Shadow are having fun with BTW's marches. And heading back in to check out regions upon request. It wasn't G6, it was G8. G8 has our allies in region 6. Hold on just a second. Streaming. Publish. Go. SLF has made it to the level 8, as has DBN, and is there currently any fighting for it? Oh, hey, thank you, beautiful killer. Thank you for the follow. There is some fighting going on here. Krut is not doing well against London right now, and they are swarming it with... I'm confused. Oh, this random SDS person is hitting the SLF. Okay, they're hitting the counter rally. The rally isn't doing great. There's a counter rally against it. There's swarms around the counter rally, and then there's a couple of SDS and R4W players giving DBN some assistance in field control. but without the power behind rallies, it's going to be difficult. Honestly, G3R and BGM, nice little three-way of nothing going on right now. That's weird. Why do you have so many BGM people moving from that spot? Anyways, backing up again. PHX has gotten held back by R4W, and they're going to take this level 7. Prey isn't able to move on their level 7, but it appears as if they're building around anyway. SDS has got their level 7. All in all, this has been a very active island, with pretty much everyone trying to get something and not being completely wiped out for it. Even PHX hasn't been pushed back to their level 6, so maybe that's the thing. Get out of the top 5 island regions and you can have a bit more fun. Stop it. I will take part in you shortly. Sadly, I'm a garrison commander right now. Let's take a look. Well, what was one of the ones that was requested? Come on, load up. G30 for Catfish ZA. He is in Alliance Burn from Region 57. Let's go take a look at how Island Raid is doing here. You've got Oldie with a commanding presence around their level 7, but they are currently fighting on 2 fronts, or at least holding back on 2 fronts. They've been pushing back this DAS alliance, and you can tell that by the amount of shelters that are still stuck in old territory. And you have a similar situation from Sun. Hey, Michael. Hey, New York City Coco. You have Sun got pushed back this way, but Oldie will begin circling their level 7 once they have the cement to do it. BY46 hasn't built too fast, probably due to a lack of membership. You have Burn, who has made it to their level 7 and is pushing towards the level 8. It looks like it's going to be uncontested right now because Agua has circled around their 7, and they might be heading up here to IXR. Burn doing well for themselves. Curious if they have an alliance with Oldie or not. If Oldie starts pushing forward, they might give them some trouble. But IXR and IN3D will be fighting for this level 7, and looks as if they're going to make the connection tonight. So remind me to check on that in 15 minutes to see if they start a rally against it. Yeah, maybe I'm just missing out on all the action that happens down in the lower regions. And there was one more I wanted to check. Believe it's this one. Oh wait, there was 2 I wanted to check. Yes, I am going to stream the other game when it comes out on August 3rd. I just got an update today from multiple people in that video that the game won't be actually released until 11 a.m. my time. So I'm going to push back my streaming start time till noon to give it time to download. Because, let's be honest, it's going to be a huge game. Give it time to download and get set up. I'll spend some time with my family and probably run a couple of 4-hour sessions. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3. I put a video about it on my YouTube. It's a Larian Studios game that did a lot of great work with a series called... No, here, I'll spell it out here. There. I put it in the chat. It's Baldur's Gate 3. Sorry, my voice is a little out today. I spent a lot of time arguing with an idiot. Anyways, it's a D&D based, a Dungeons and Dragons based game, and Larian Studios picked up the license to do it a couple years back, and they've been working on this game ever since then. They dropped a pre-order for it last year, if not earlier, and I've been playing the pre-order for it ever since. And honestly, I feel like it's going to be an amazing game. If you've ever played anything from Larian Studios, you'll know that they don't screw up. They make amazing RPGs, great stories. The combat from... I have Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 for my GameCube still. Miss that game. But I honestly feel like Larian's going to do it better. Well, anyways, back to what I was doing. ALS and EXIS appear to be fighting, but they're currently not doing anything now. They're kind of at a standstill. We have... I'll be happy to check 73. Red, Arc 3, ASSY has got to their 7 and headed over. Skiz is made it to their level 7 and circled it, and they appear to be heading to 8, so as long as Red is an ally, I don't see anyone else building towards... No, okay, Red could be building. They're both red. Well, it's either going to be a 2v1 at 8, or maybe they're all going to be friends and sing Kumbaya. We'll check in on this a little bit later. Hit my help button, donate my cement, and back to the map. You said 73. Can do. Any particular reason you wanted me to check out 73? I'll look. You have RI-86 who's made it to their level 6 and is heading straight down, but slowly. Okay. We'll see how the non-spenders are doing. RGFG learned the hard way how to build properly towards their level 6. Same with Hot 7 connected properly and then built an extra one. Curious what they were doing there. SPRC has made it to their level 8 so far, and with HWA probably would have been there already if it wasn't for a little bit of combat from... I'm guessing they probably had a little bit of combat here from WPW. And then you have Typo Boss, who's kind of just set up their own little farm behind their level 6. They don't want to be dead last this time, and that's perfectly fine. Not every island is capable of being, run properly. You have to skip some sometimes, and that's okay. It's always nice to have multiple alliances in your region so that you can have an alliance of people who are actually going to fight, and the other alliance of people is like, I'm just going to get some of the rewards. There was one other one. I'm trying to remember. Believe it was this one. Nope. Where is it? There was one other one I wanted to look at. Check my chats real quick. There it is. Oh, I was right. Oh, it's right there in front of my face. Checking out G68 here. The pros have made it to level 8 uninterrupted, but we have, I believe this is the Puta Madres, circling around their 7, heading that way now. Main reason pros got there first is they had a straighter shot. Oh, that's even better. If pros and PTMM are allies, then they'll be able to push back from Mort, and 690 said no, Rua is not allowed to play. Got You doesn't really need pushing back. Well, no, Got You're helping Got You. Well, if that's the case, I would save up some cement over the next 12 hours and make that straight shot across here. If you cut off this territory about right here, you will knock out all of these, including all of the shelters that are currently sitting on it. There are alliance skills that you can use to make your building faster, and if pros is going to head here, they can knock at the front door. Oh yeah, build to 8, build across. You've got 3 more days, so you're not in a rush. But let's see. It looks like Got You got pushed back. They have this poor person's been burned. And I missed the early islands. In my opinion, they were more interesting. FCA is building to this level 7, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to compete with pros if they're even going to fight them at all. Those are always fun. 15v1s. Mort is also building to the level 8, and they are not friendly with Rua either. But Rua looks like they used to have all of this territory and got pushed back entirely. From the looks of it, it appears as if 690 built next to him all the way down and then took the 6 out from under him and then just burned everything along the way. Push him where? Home? Only thing you can do now is put him on the bus and send him home. 690 is just sitting there. I don't think they can even play anymore. But from the looks of it, any of the shelters back here weren't fighters to begin with, and all the rest of the fighters are still up here. And that's zeroed, that's zeroed, That's zeroed. Yeah, all of these ones that don't have... Yeah. There's no pushing anymore. Well, it's 30 minutes in. I think that concludes the overview portion of Island Raid. Is there still some fighting going on that I can take part in? Not really. Oh, I did miss a rally. I will join it. We've got riders there and infantry there. So I will send an infantry march. Now I want it to be able to take a hit, so... And... Z just canceled his rally to make sure that he's not taking too many. Z, they coming. Yeah, BTW comes over and just swarms the shit out of things. Oh, you're welcome. Well, I'll go ahead and retreat those back. I've got to commend X-War's activity more than anything else. They have some power behind a few of their players, but their biggest benefit is their activity level. Even when BTW isn't here, it's a lot for us to take down. Let's see if I can. I think I bookmarked some of the reports, because not all their reports were great, but you gotta think, this one only lasted a few minutes, and they had so many people online to help out. So many. We got this one that lasted about 18 minutes. This was a lot better in our favor, but even so, start squads, survive squads, still the same. They were constantly filling it back up. And then they'd have a counter rally that do just as much damage back to us. Thankfully, there's no deaths in the counter rally, but let's see. This was me being stupid trying to take down a tower myself, and they figured out what I was doing. Oh, no, I don't really care about a hive mind. Well, yeah, I've only bookmarked this one just to show off that Robert Adut has some power behind it. But don't let it be the target. Even for an infantry march, even with my infantry buffs, compared to a Raigoro Thunder or a Tom Martin, it is squishy. And here, I'll scroll down a little bit. Louis Nakano, not an optimal march, still able to hurt it. Even trade with a debuff, but you're not trying to get a good fight in there. Let's see if I have some other reports from earlier today. Tom Martin, yes. Yeah, this was me trying to help out swarm a tower with what I had. So I had other marches sitting in towers at the moment. Tom Martin is a powerful 1v1 march. And with Tom's buffs for a group, you can pinpoint weaker enemies and spread those buffs around the other stronger units that he's likely going to be around. And it will definitely help out being in the field like that. Dewey is... I love Dewey. He will throw his troops at anything. I don't understand the Lewis Thunder rally, though. I mean, he's got enough force behind it to make something work. I think we were trying an infantry rally with this. No, it was a mix. Oh, yeah, this is that one where some idiot put cars in it. Actually, I'm going to see if I can find him, just so I can put him on stream. There you are. What are you doing? What are you doing? Calling you out on Twitch. What are you doing? In case you didn't notice, cars don't belong in a rally. Unless you're playing Farmville. Or, as someone threw around the idea of making a gatherers only island, where if you're going to attack each other, it has to be with gathering troops only, and cars. We threw around that idea as a possibility for a laid-back island, and to kill off some of the cars that we probably have an abundance of. But yeah. Cars don't belong in rallies, or fighting on the field in general. Let's see. Well, here's another rally here. I'll go ahead and star this after I look at it. This one didn't last as long. No, only 5 minutes. Just long enough for the counter rally to set off. Looking for any more. Oh, here we are. Nope. Oh, this is when a couple of their players were just poking their heads out and seeing if they could hit anyone worth a damn. Nope, I think... Oh, wait, here we go. Here's another rally. Not a bad one. I wish you would switch out that Nakano for a Chun, but I get it. But yeah, doesn't matter at what point they were trying to do it. They were online to reinforce it. No issues. And someone figured... I'm sorry, Kev. I taught them how to do that. Lewis, I'll go ahead and tell you all what I'm saying here. Lewis has an AoE damage buff. Here, AoE damaging attack. It'd be better to explain it here. He deals damage to up to 5 enemy squads for a damage factor of 10,000. That 10,000, or 12,000, is if you're only hitting a single target. If you're hitting 5 targets, the damage factor drops to around 4,800, I believe. So there's a cheese, as we call it, to minimize Lewis's damage by putting a small number of troops next to the rally, so that when Lewis's skill goes off and it hits another target, it's absorbing an extra a huge chunk of that damage, or 15% of it, per march, and that's damage that's not being done to the garrison. And you can also do this if Lewis is on garrison to help the rally out. But yeah. And that's why you saw so many people showing up in just a 5-minute period. Go ahead and hit this. Hello, Paulo. I just went over the overview about 10 minutes ago and went through the reports from what we got involved in earlier today while I was on my lunch break. And how X-War managed to stop us from making it to the level 8 here. And now we're kind of just enjoying the rest of the evening, seeing what they're going to do. BTW is sitting outside of their area, not really helping. Well, actually, let's go see how G1 is doing, because they were fighting last we checked. But they were fighting on like 4 fronts. Forgive the red screen. It's been like that anytime I'm in a different region. So, they're not fighting up north at all. But they have managed... What is this? Okay. I don't know. It's a bug. It freaked me out in the first part of this stream, so you'll get a kick out of watching it later. Me thinking I'm being attacked as soon as I get out of island, knowing that I'm in territory. Eddie Jin is an interesting choice, and it's not working. With Eddie Jin, you need to back off of that tower. You cannot swarm that. Oh, yeah. They did. They took the southern one as well. They've circled it. It appears as if AC-18 has finally reached them, but they are actively helping Boone against HNB. So, likely, Sam is going to rally this one with AC-18 field support, while Boone also rallies something else up north. Like, we're watching this one burn. Granted, it will probably be under maintenance before it finishes burning. And for good measure, they're also fighting this one. Yes, I believe, from what I've heard, it's this entire island versus HNB. Which HNB's not going to win this island, but no, I will refrain from saying anything. Well, yes, it does look bad for HNB, but Boone has had the same problem. What I will say for HNB in this case is they're not getting pushed back to their helipad just yet. So, we'll see how things go there. Although I do imagine that is likely going to be something they think about doing. If it were me, I would remove this flag and immediately allow AC-18 to build a flag here, so that AC-18 could launch its own rallies, full power rallies, while Boone is fighting up here. Or they could fight all the way up here and build back to that level 6. So they cut off here and cut off here, they're back at the helipad. This is a full-size tower, full tower. This one's burning, but it will likely stop burning. But if it does fully burn, you can expect rallies on any... You can expect a rally on... Oh. They've already had it. They've already had it burned at one point. They had it burned and managed to build it. So, yeah, HNB isn't giving up. If I had to guess, Boone at one point in time had one of these towers back here broken, started rallying the people that they could get to while it was open, and then HNB managed to build another tower to connect their territory again. HNB is actually going still. Oh, it's slow build. Did you manage to catch it from earlier? I hate that I work in a building I'm not allowed to bring my phone. Okay, well, I'll come back to this. Check in on my region again, see what they're doing. At this. No breaks. There's a bee? Shush. In case you all were curious about this, because I did have someone ask, why am I upgrading my cars? It's because of that little bonus thing you get for for using higher level cars. Does it unlock it? It does unlock it, the level 2 one. It says gain 1% resources after gathering. Also reduces the amount of resources needed to heal engine squads at the hospital by 2.5%. It upgrades at T5 to 6%. So what I like to do is I'm trying to get a full march, or at least about 200,000 of tier 5 cars, so that when I gather on my alliance node, then I can get 6% more resources when I'm collecting millions. The rest I'll leave as tier 1, because you don't need much to clear level 6. Okay. No, I'm not healing you until I need to. Correct, which is why I only have enough for an alliance node, which can't be attacked. If I'm farming in Island or in Dark Seal with tier 1 cars, I don't care about them dying. But my tier 5 cars only go to the big one. Go F. Michael, killing your 1 troop. Chop chop, 1 troop. How many months before I unlock Infantry T6? I actually made a couple of big strides today. Oh, in the last couple of days. Battle Center's level 24. I'll need 50,000 gems to upgrade it. Alliance Center, I have the item to upgrade it now, but I'm not throwing the resources into it until Top Commander. Lookout Tower, level 24, will finish in about 2 days, and I'll just need the items for it. So I'm hoping that what I get for the creator events will help offset that cost. So this creator event that just passed and maybe one more, I should have enough gems, if I'm putting out enough content, that is. I should have enough gems by then to upgrade these 2 buildings, and then it's just making sure I have the resources and speed ups to do the research. So I'm hoping I can have it not for the next island raid, but the one afterwards. For tier no, I'm looking at the wrong one. For the tier 6, I'm finishing up this level 15 now, and I'll knock out this 15 slowly. It'll take me, it says 57 days, it'll get knocked down to about 45. So likely when this one finishes, I'll have what I need to start upgrading the rest of these. And I'll have the level 15 energy drink, the level 10 battlefield medicine. The resource cost isn't that high, but just throwing every speed up I have at it. I'll have at least tier 6 infantry, hopefully in about 2 months. I am still probably 6, 7, 8, 6 months away from having tier 6 anything else, but I don't care. If I get tier 6 infantry, I'm set. That's the goal anyway. I know if I can get tier 6 infantry, I'll be hitting as hard as a lot of these other players that have been able to beat me simply because they have a higher tier troop. Encirclement 10? Which one was that? Dang, you're really close. I know I got a ways to go, but it's just going to be speed ups at that point. It's 116 days. It's just speed ups. And I throw every research and universal speed up I have onto research. I'll stack a bunch of them up for the next top commander, which will be our last instance of Eddie, to try and get some more free fragments from him. Yeah. Free with air quotes. Still hate this event. Accommodations were in ruins. One neighbor had pet dinosaurs who kept attacking the tourists. The whole island smelled like fish. Don't recommend 0 stars. I'm so glad I caught that on a stream. So glad I caught Thunder. Well, you saw G4 how they didn't have any Thunders in the garrisons. It makes a huge difference. Trust me. And it do. Actually, we're about 54 minutes in. Oh, here, I'll share my channel. And there we go. The crab, I've seen a crab, I've seen the weird octopus one, the dinosaur, the mech, and I find it funny that just because they have that skin doesn't mean they have tier 6 troops. While they usually go hand in hand, I learned in Pompeii that's not the case. Sometimes they just buy it to look cool and they stick tier 5 or tier 4 troops with it and scare people, and I'll be perfectly honest, it works. Seeing a dinosaur walking around automatically makes you think tier 6. But anyways, since I've got a little bit of a lull here, I'll go check out G4 and see if they're fighting. Oh no, I'm being attacked. Stupid bug. Oh, we have a crab. We have a crab against Raigoro. Ah. Man, rallies used to take forever back then. 2,000 damage apiece. Sit here forever. DHX on that front. Doesn't look like they're fighting on 2 fronts this time around. No, there's no additional marches out, but no concept of field control. A farm has them? What? Why? Just showing off? Yeah, I'm gonna send my cars out to gather as crabs. You have too much money at the point. Well, since this rally will likely take about an hour, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. And I believe it wasn't G6, it was G8. I just wanted to see if DBN was doing well. And there's some movement, but no actual fighting. Oh, wait. We have a rally going fairly well in the rally's favor. That basic attack damage is going to add up alongside the skill damage that Bella and Sven can do. And are they fighting on 2 fronts? They are not. Granted, it doesn't really help them if they can focus down this. If they can focus down this flag, it knocks out both of them. Now, to be honest, I would have split them up a little bit, because I know DBN has a good range rally as well, just to set one over here. And actually, does this touch? No, it does not. You can tell by this red line right here that it does not touch territory, so they wouldn't be able to rally it. If they had it just a little bit further up. But yeah, if you've got a range rally there, that's not... What were you trying to do? That was a Peter Martin. Not a good damage dealer, not a good debuffer hitting a rally. Yeah, make sure to weaken their troops as much as possible before they get there. You need to make sure you're filling in these gaps, DBN. If they can teleport in, it kind of defeats the purpose. They're already having to march from multiple locations to try and get here, but if they can just teleport in and bounce around cities, you can probably lock down this area right here and prevent some of them from getting in. don't let them be able to get in simply because you're... Oh, okay, look, they listened. Yeah, it appears as if the rally is doing better than... Oh, nope. Bella Lewis is, if you don't have enough riders for a full Bella Sven rally. The only reason I would go Sven is because of all of the rider buffs that Sven gives on top of siege buffs, siege specific buffs. Because let's look at them. You have Lewis, who has 12,000 damage, great rage generation, but he's got a range squad and only gives a buff to skill damage. I don't have Sven, but I can still go through his skills. Sven has a 12,000 damage, so against the single target, can't be cheesed. Rider squad attack bonus and defense bonus of 20% each. Reduces reduces damage by 15% if you can lock it to rider squads, and an additional 12% damage reduction plus a chance to deal additional damage to garrisons. This is kind of a bonus here. You can take this as another 10% reduction to overall damage during regular combat, especially since a lot of garrison commanders don't deal significant skill damage to begin with. Let's go back and look at that real quick. No, it's 8. But they have switched out to a Thunder Tom, who is going to focus on healing up the lightly wounded troops that they've accumulated, and they can tell their hubby here had started a counter rally, and before the timer went out on it, they canceled the rally to make sure that they got good trades and ended up with more or less deaths and hospital troops than the enemy. Counter rallies hit, it kind of kills that ratio. Unless the counter rally sucks, of course. Are we doing anything yet? Nope, don't be stupid. Robert to do it, full infantry, go. Don't heal. Use up all my oil in one go. But yeah. Basically, Bella Lewis will work if you can't get enough riders. Is General Chat just going off today or something? What? Actually, I'll go ahead and put an island raid that I'm streaming it. Okay. Appreciate it. I will do a final look through when I'm done with my stream tonight. Hopefully things go well. Okay. You're welcome. Like I said, I'm here to help people enjoy the game. There's a lot of good things about this game. Before Darkseal, it was very easy to control the TC rankings. Since Darkseal, we can only put limits on the first few days of the event. but doing so actually hurts the weaker players more than anything because they aren't able to use all of their items and all of their resources to catch up in points. So sadly, we had to do away with our TC control. I miss it, but now I'm having to plan weeks further ahead than I normally would. Like, after this top commander, it's like I'll throw everything I have at this one, and I will pretty much fully kill my troops at the Dark Seal for it. And then afterwards, I probably won't participate in a top commander outside of just getting the rewards for the next 2 months. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Actually, 3 months. Until the next set of infantry commanders comes around. I'll throw my speed ups into the might races to get rewards there. But unless they come up with a support unit, because they haven't had a general or leader troop in a while. You know, they've all been ranged or rider, ranged, rider, Thunder and Adut are infantry, Eddie and Robert are infantry. If they come up with a support unit, I'll participate in one of those, because that's all I'll have. It's dangerous to go alone. Take my sword. My little sword there in my profile picture. Oh no, your hospital's full? He is not. And that's one thing I hate so much right now. I'm in Region 6. This is the newest hero we have. They haven't put anyone else. They have put new heroes in the daily boost. And if it's a roulette hero, like Chun is a roulette hero, Adut was a roulette hero, Bella was a roulette hero. They've added those. But the top commander, actually the specific ones, haven't seen them since. No Sven, no Carrie. And that means after this set of Eddie, we won't see Eddie again. Robert will pop up here as an option, but we won't see Eddie. Actually, on that note, we should be seeing Elena next, because Jonathan was the top commander. I wish Dark Seal was every other top commander. Yeah, Thunder. Thunder was the top commander reward. Adut was the roulette. And honestly, that was the last time where the top commander, at least until now, where the top commander reward was better than the roulette hero. Eddie's powerful as hell. But Robert is growing on me. Robert is definitely growing on me. Okay, well, BTW is still kind of hanging around here. So, did I do my buttons? Okay, I did do my buttons today. And I have not done these buttons yet. Make sure you click all of your buttons. Okay, I'd already done that one. And come in here to you. Eddie is great. I mean, there's no denying that counter damage is absolutely insane when used properly. Having the 44% counter damage, the additional 15 from here puts him at 60. And if you wanted to boost that even more, put him with Raigoro for another 30. And that's all in the open field. You can have your skill damage be your counter damage be almost twice as powerful as your basic attack damage. Here, and I think I have a report from. Yeah, you sent one to me. Was it this one? Ah, here we go. We have Eddie. It's going to be a pain to look into, but you can see as far as basic and counter damage are concerned, Thunder Eddie is dealing a lot more basic damage than Bella and Sven can reduce, even with all of Sven's damage reductions. But if you actually look in here, you see enemy launched a counterattack of 1,400 troops, 1,483, almost 15, and it's well over half. The basic attack is only dealing 820. Without counter buffs, this would only be 820 as well, so you're getting an additional 660 troops killed just from the counter damage of Thunder and Eddie put together. It adds up. And he's not locked into it. Neither of these require siege, even if he's a siege commander. The benefit to siege is he can reduce HP on a tower, which HP reductions are, to me, as potent as HP buffs. Of the three stats to work with, attack, defense, and HP, HP has the most effect because it's the one you get the least of. Let's see, my own buffs, military-wise. Infantry squad attack, 151. Infantry squad defense, 172. Infantry squad HP, 125. I will be using Eddie. I'm gonna use all of the infantry heroes. I wish I had more fragments to throw around, but I've got Raigoro, Tom, Thunder, Adut, Eddie. I still use Martin, even though he's not actually an infantry commander. But the healing and the defensive buffs that he gives make him feel like an infantry commander. And then Eddie here, I don't plan on using him as a lead. He's got no real reason to use him as a lead. So I'll keep him at level 30 for a while and max out his skills, or at least work on it. Right now, if I buy daily packs, I can only buy them for Adut. So I'll max out her skills with the daily boost. Eventually, Robert will pop in there, and I can use daily packs for him and universals on Eddie. Yeah. Oh, to be perfectly honest, of the ones I wish I hadn't awakened, I love Raigoro. He's not as powerful as the others. Granted, I still use him, and I will. Having this awakened effect isn't nearly as potent as, say, Eddie breaking or a shield disappearing, having an HP debuff in an AoE of 20%. That skill can be abused so much. Or you've got Thunder, who increases the damage of surrounding squads by 15% anytime he uses a skill. Now, generally skills happen right after one another, so that actually is about 3 seconds total, because they don't stack. I checked. So the 2 seconds resets there at his secondary commanders. Even a Dut, upon receiving skill damage, reduces your squad and up to 5 nearby allied squads' skill damage received by 20% for 2 seconds. And it can be triggered once every 6 seconds. Yeah, I'd say that's worth it, Shadow. I'll catch up to you. I swear to God I will. Actually, what heroes did you use? Catherine Cynthia. Took out a gatherer. Got fought there. Fought there. Fought there. Did you take out any other gatherers? Nope. You went with speed. This is true, and I have the reports to prove it. Well, I'll be here if you do make it back. I appreciate you hanging out and talking with me today. There isn't as much going on this time around, but you have a good night. Or day, wherever it happens to be for you. With that, let's go ahead and check out G1 again. They did it. They managed to break it and keep building around. Look at that. They're burning towers left and right. Anyone else burning yet? That's burning. AC-18 is burning that one. H&B is still building a tower because that's the thing you can do. TBZ isn't touching them yet, but it looks as if H&B is going to get pushed back quite a bit this time around. And they're not taking any chances. They're going ahead and breaking the flags. Yeah. Okay, thank you for this report. What do we got here? We have an Eddie Jin rally. Oh, This will be fun to look at. Analyze this on stream too. What do we got here? Well, first things first, I want to check out the counter damage. Look at that. We have a Chun-Lewis counter rally that wasn't able to hurt them that much. There's no skill damage from Eddie, but the fact that they was able to hurt that much. Awesome. Just awesome. Ooh. Another counter rally? A counter rally from Hans. A counter rally from Beelzebub. Little Burn lost his troop. No fighting there. It's like it's in range of Eddie's... Oh, okay. It's in range of Eddie's effect. Yeah, if I check the combat log here, it's likely going to say that Triggered Ravenous Ambition has the... basic attack, triggered all the different buffs that he's experiencing at that time, but primarily this happened because of Ravenous Ambition. I need gummy, please. Oh, that works.
Yes, I got.
That'll work. Thank you.
Gummy.
It's 10 o'clock.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shower.
Yeah, you go take a shower. I had one earlier because of PT. Love you.
Streaming.
Yeah.
Hi,
That's me.
peoples.
And that is me, people. This time. There's one person watching right now.
Hi, person.
Anyways, back to my analysis. I can't tell if they were only here to... It looks as if these small amounts of troops were only here to absorb that HP debuff, so they're already learning how to cheese his skill as well. Because none of these are actually attacking him. And you don't bring small amounts of troops like this to reinforce at a time. At least I hope not. It's kind of dumb. Thank you. But it doesn't look like there's going to be any actual fighting further down, so let me close out of this and open it again. Now, Jin is an interesting choice for Eddie because of Jin's massive attack and defense buffs. And because he's siege-oriented, you can increase the squad size of the rally. I hate that it's a 1.5 limitation on it. But we'll go over that later. Ally launch, basic attack, 734 troops. Nothing impressive there. However, when they launched a basic attack, we countered with almost, oh good lord, 1473 there is double. It's double. You have the counter damage. You have... Yeah, how much damage does this thing do? Well, how much damage does this help cause, I should say? You have the 5 seconds... Okay, second number 5 it goes off. So I can see the squad HP minus 25%. A little bit more damage there. About 80 more troops. An enemy launch base, and another 200 there. Yeah, that definitely adds up. Grand Feast factor, and the skill damage isn't bad either. How much shield is it putting up? Enemy was inflicted with shield from Thunder Peterson's protective shield. Again. Grand Feast set up a shield for 2 million damage. And how much can 2 million damage absorb? Looks like less than a basic attack. But, oh, I'm stupid. Second number 10. So, second 11. Oh, so it's thunder going off, so no skill damage there. It can take a full counterattack and a full basic attack and still have damage left to go. Which was giving time for... Yeah, that's an impressive rally. That is... Eddie's a lot more versatile than I gave him credit for in the beginning, and I knew he was going to be great to begin with. This rally lasted for 29 minutes, almost 30 minutes. Yeah, that's... Well, it's against the Liam Peter. Come on, you can do better. And I think this is what, tier 5? Yeah. Oh, don't load issues on me. But you were already winning. You can get a few more deaths, but eventually you'd have caught up. I can go back to my own region, see how we're doing. Looks as if Shadow wants to try again. But nothing's happening here, sadly. Not yet, anyway. Let's see if anything is occurring in G2 right now. Other than ANCS still overwhelming the region. New D. Are they fighting at this point in time? No, they are not fighting. No rallies. Murders. Out here by himself. A single troop. Yeah, nothing major going on here. It does appear... Where are you going? Oh, you're aiming to cut them off if they try to go around you. KLGD. Curious what they're going to do. They're ready to build a tower. ANCS. Oh. Looks like KLGD is going to be against ANCS again. That didn't work out well for them last time, but maybe they'll get something additional out of it this time. And check out G4 again. After that, I'll go into my equipment and see if I can look at honing anything. I haven't done that in a little bit. You have K and QS kind of ignoring DHX at this point. I mean, I get it, because they haven't been able to launch a successful rally at them yet, to my knowledge. You have a full rally here, you have a full... The garrison isn't holding this time, but we know how quickly that line moves. I discussed that in the last video. This is one of those instances where having Eddie on the rally would be really great, because that counter damage, because all this is right now is counter damage. And we're seeing 800s, which is about average for a lot of rallies. But in counter damage alone, in the reports that I just showed you, that was 1400 or 1600 in some cases. So definitely puts the hurt down. Oh. I will go ahead and join that as well. And I will go into the arena here and push myself up first. Actually, no. Let me check my equipment and then I'll push myself up. Let's go to your equipment, because you've got 2 purple gears and I don't think... Oh, that's not good. I need to switch you up. There's no one else I'm comfortable with putting in my place right now. I'll have to look at somebody else's stuff. Robert! I just sent you away. Okay, I guess I am going to do the arena. Try to avoid hitting my own alliance. I'll hit Slappy Trout here. This is an easy fight, so I'll go ahead and watch it just to see if any of the troop movements are changing. Yeah, 2700, 2000 damage against Jaden. That's melting. Bye. That puts Charlie Rigoro in front of me. That'll take a second to bring down, but it'll still fall faster than my Rigoro, because Charlie's facing the wrong way. He's not getting any of that sweet rage generation. Cynthia is gone, then the Kemi and the Kano have no defense to hold me back. And Rigoro takes the brunt of the damage and still comes out on top. I'll go ahead and collect the coins there. I'm a tarp. Are you a blue tarp? Anyways, I'll take the hit from Jaden just to get Chun in front of me. Yeah, that's going to put a Dut Thunder within range, but I still think I'll be able to kill it faster than they can kill my Rigoro Thunder. Oh, cool. Robert is actually hitting Jaden, which will take out that Jaden Lee a lot sooner. Yeah, Robert Adut in Arena against single targets is ridiculously strong. His debuff is gone. He's just got 2 more damage dealers, and it's not enough damage to hurt. I'll skip this fight and get that win. I'll see how much damage he did. See, Robert will do it. If you can control when they're being hit, it's nice. It's definitely nice. Nope, I have to still say that I can beat you. I know that won't always be the case, so I'm going to abuse it whenever I can. I'll sit in front of Hank. Reduce my damage all you want to. He's not trying to hurt you anyway. 1100 versus 1000. The healing on Raigoro Thunder is better than Tom Edward. Only reason it lasted that long is because Edward's debuff nullification. And I will take out your mismatched carry CO. That'll go away first. Then it'll be 3v3 focused on the wrong troop. You'll catch up here. I've got to take out that Adut. There we go. Feel better about my chances now. If I take out Hank Lee, you don't have a chance to beat me. I don't think. And the fact that Nakano Chun is wasting hits on Tom Martin is only helping me. And I've got you. You don't have enough counter damage to stop all this. I got lucky with you hitting Tom instead of anyone else. Came out on top with just a few more troops. I'll take that victory. And I'm back up in the top 20. I did buy my stuff this week, didn't I? I did. I'm still not buying defensive fabric. So far, I think Kev had the best rally so far. Never mind, it was Z. Yeah, if I can just get some tier 6 troops, I believe I will be able to lead rallies on my own. Or counter rallies and made it disappear. We got Bella Elena, who is doing some amazing damage. That is a lot of damage. It need when you're running, if he's gonna run Bella Elena, Sweet, sweet flank damage. Let's see. Okay, Robert is back. I can take a look at this one. I have a decent infantry squad lethality, and let's take a look at what we can do with it. With hone abilities, you can actually click this little marker up here to get a nice breakdown of what ranking up versus honing does. Since we're looking at, you can only hone one attribute at a time, which kind of sucks. Honing grants new hone abilities, and you can switch them out, but they must be saved in order to take effect. So if you get a new ability, like if I get the purple version of Infantry Squad Lethality, it doesn't actually work until I save it. Advanced honing gives a chance at max values like purples and golds. Rare hone attributes have a chance to appear in the 5th slot. So it does not work in purples because it doesn't have a 5th slot. Here is the whole list of different abilities that you can get. As you can see, you can get any troop type's attack and defense buffs, lethality in any of the troops, block in any of the troops. I like these rally and garrison abilities. Oh, I'm getting in on that. Next to it each time. That's why the trades are boosted for our losses being more minimal. Launch a full March buffed infantry currently. Here, let's get in it. Now I want my actual infantry units in there. Clear, just a tier 5, go. Because I just want the buff to take effect. I think this is my best bet here. You're gonna run... Damn it. I need that there. You know what? I'll throw my troops at it. I want my infantry. Damn. I don't have enough troops to throw at this. Well, in case it starts doing really well and I want to take advantage of it. So let's go. Activity missions. Boom. While that's loading, I'm going to sit in Gruza's building. And Robert's out. Sadly, I can't upgrade anything, but I'll go through one of the equipments that's not equipped so you can kind of see what's going on. I have a spiked shotgun here. I needed to equip that on Robert before he left. Oh well. We can hone this one because it's not being used. If you click on hone, click on the skill you want to change. Advanced honing uses these advanced chips. I would honestly save those for legendary gear so that you're getting the best skills on your legendary gear and not wasting them on purple, which you will eventually upgrade. So use your regular ones. If I click on this, it pops up with the new hone effect that I could get. This is infantry. I'm going to replace that. And it sets it over here in the slot. Then I can go again. I don't want that one. So I'll hit hone again or give up. If I hit give up, it exits the menu, doesn't switch it out. If I hit hone again, it just keeps going until it finds one that's better than the one that I have. But it's still up to you. I don't want garrison counter damage. Not on Robert. So I'm going to hit hone again, hit continue. Garrison basic attack damage. Still not going to use it on him. Damage dealt to zombies, nope. Rally attack. As you can see, you're going to get green a lot. Squad lethality. I will replace that. And I'll come in here and I'll do this again. I'm not going to do this too many times because I want to save the items for the actual $3,000 a piece. Rigoro still sitting in that garrison. Shadow Tech, which one are you going after, Shadow? War Chop Chop. Make sure that rally leaves and you check its size. Switched it out to I don't care. It was only there in case march single troops to the tower. This world's gone. We're looking good as here as well. Pretty sure they're calling BTW, but get your troops in there. It's funny when you watch that meter go up, it's not always because of his heals, it's because of reinforcements, and I don't understand how it'll go up at certain points then. I'm gonna sit here and absorb one of those hits for somebody. Is there a way you can get around that? There's gotta be. Oh, in case for those of you that watch this video, something you want to make sure you have, turn this on. And I turned it on my phone, I didn't turn it on here. A lot of the times you will see your troops leave combat after they have been after they've killed something. Make sure you turn that on so they don't run home automatically. I will march another set there just to absorb the skill damage. 1.3 rally. Scout it. How is it doing? 900,000 to 2.6 million. That is awesome. I wish I had Dexter's rally squad of 501,000 troops. Why did you cancel? How do we do on that rally? Low damage. Because of that shield. Rygoro's shield on a garrison, if you're not using skill damage, there's no breaking it. And we'll just go ahead and take a look at it. We have the enemy's shield going off here. Enemy healed. Enemy takes 0 damage. Enemy takes 0 damage. Enemy takes 0 damage. For 3 seconds, the enemy took no damage. And they actually healed. Now let's lean on Z. Bounce through. And join now. Revival. I'm at 100,000 dead. But I've got 8 million points this time. And we're just starting day 2. Ooh, Kev is going to run a range rally. I can definitely help out there with random troops. The shield is kind of pointless here. However, I wish I had higher skills. Lock it to infantry. No, go for it. You're stronger. Get a report. I was going to throw Robert a do it at it half-assed to get a report. Kev has a lot more power than he shows. Z is just that strong. Honestly, if we switched it up to where they didn't notice, might be enough to push through. You're marching with a Nakano Lewis, and Shadow is trying out. Yeah, the only problem with Kev being where he is it takes a while for his march to get there, which is a long time for you have everything. I'm gonna go ahead and scout this. Go in the secret armory and increase my squad might. So we good. They only have 1 million left. Down to 1 mil. Even trades on basic damage is good for range they should be taking a lot more basic damage because they overdo it in skill damage. And Nakano has a lot of passive skill damage. It's not holding. Set a new marker compass. If I had any more to give. Yeah, you're just doing a great amount of damage to them. When they're getting more deaths on a tower, they're getting more deaths on a tower than we are. Yeah, they're not even bothering to counter rally Shadow right now. Can I go ahead and heal my riders so that I can have something to throw at them? I will do it. Let's see. Of course they are. I'm up to 8 million. Rally call, heal or lose. I'll donate. We're up to 605,000 now. If we can get through this, which if it comes down to a war of attrition, I think we can win this. We're doing better on trades than they are. Do I have something I can throw at you? Yeah, I'll march with you. All of BTW is coming. Damn it. Have all our allies can all push through. And go ahead and heal those and then start healing an 8-hour batch of infantry. So that'll be ready by morning. Okay. It's getting close to 11 o'clock my time, so I'm going to collect my reward there. Check out the islands one more time. With that, let's go ahead and just start with this one. No movement from us, but there was some fighting. Hope you all enjoyed getting to see that happen. We're trying to get as many of their deaths as possible without losing too many of our own. Fine is pushing over, but they don't have the cement to get there right now. I'll likely have to wake up early if I'm going to take part in that. BTW and Too Hot are not able to do anything here. SNS isn't building anywhere. And Fox got held up here. Currently aren't... Oh, it looks like they may be rallying if... Oh. They're all garrisoning it right now, so it may be trying to rally it. Who knows? Okay. Heading into G1. G1, no one's made it to the center yet, but Boone has essentially stopped HMB from growing, and they are currently pushing them back one tower at a time. They set up on the tower, burn it to the ground, move to the next one. Set up a tower, burn it to the ground, move to the next one. Are they burning any of the towers up here? Nope, this one's under maintenance. So they're not really pushing anything up north. I think they're going to push just from the south. AC-18 is building to Boone, likely to help. TBZ's still staying where they are. Lost is still farming. WRPG isn't going anywhere. AOW's got their level 7. Arkham moved over here for field fighting, hasn't had any action since. onward to G2. G2 has ANCS not building any further past their point, but then again flags. Oh, we got one flag here. One more flag and it'd be able to touch, and if they aren't friendly with New D, they're about to get really familiar with them. Murder is not really making any strides. They're currently just kind of looking at each other. Fox isn't able to do anything on any of their three fronts, and 7LG is not going to make it to that level 7. KLGD. We just don't have enough online right now. 13, and I'm currently about to log off here soon. Let me make sure that all of our towers are still completely full. Still full. We'll check out G4. See if... no. G4. No additional building from them here. Yeah, the rallies aren't holding. I'm kind of curious how those rallies are doing. It sucks not being able to see how the trades are. I can only guess based on what I do know. But 97 KO, still backed up. HAO has made it to their level 7. Cores has made it to their level 7. Joker's still farming. And what? Okay, you've completed your box. Are you trying to make it so that you can't lose territory if... well, considering Cores appears to be wanting to build this way, having that protective layer would be helpful. You know what? I'll throw my troops at it. I'll march my troops down here. I don't have many ranged, but bouncing through. And I will join that rally. With Jaden. There we go. Even on counters, you weren't hurting that much. You must not have T5 yet. Nope, T4. That's fine. Having a T4 player that's willing to put in the work. Okay, while that's sitting, I will take a look at G8. G8 with DBN. Circled the 8, still fighting, but... and the fighting has not progressed anywhere. I do wonder how much damage that they were able to cause. And the screen is back. But it's because you're actually fighting the rally squad. Hey, Paolo. I'm currently doing my last minute checks before I log off for the night. It's it's 11 o'clock here, and I'm a bit of an old fart. Canceled the rally, kill my troops on the way home. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I knew you would, because I had like 30,000 left. Yes. What was... said I would check 73. For them. Checking on HWA primarily, which is in the top left corner. HWA is being built around while they're building towards the center. We have SPRC, who's made it to level 8 still. Rost has got that level 7. RI-86 is still building due south. Maybe to help out or just to go straight for RGFG. It's hard to say. Hot 7 and Typo Boss. We had a couple of altercations with X-War and got a few decent trades out of it. I mean, honestly, when we're fighting them, we get good trades. But as soon as BTW shows up, we can't sustain in the field long enough to get those trades that we want. But here, let's take a look. This is Z testing out a Jin Lewis rally because of all the AoE around it. What region are you again? A hot 7. Yes, we did have allies. But currently our coordination is a bit off. Our allies are Fox, Fine, and Too Hot, as well as SNS, but SNS isn't really doing too much. Correct. Well, depending on what you're up against. If HNB is the 1, they're fine. Honestly, BTW can handle 1v2 with any of the other alliances in this island. If it's just us against X-War, we would eventually beat them. Eventually. We just wouldn't, with BTW on the field, we can't beat them outright. So we're chipping away at them, killing their troops. Here, I meant to show a couple of those good ones. See, they're getting more deaths and wounded on towers than we're getting on the rally. Where is it? 900,000, 2.6 million. Again, more deaths and more wounded. Did we have one? Didn't we have one more? No, we did not. When Z starts rallying, we get really good trades out of that. BTW is backing off. Don't know why. If you just let your troops die, they walk back a lot faster. But yeah, for island raid, you need to have allies. And if you walk into island raid with a plan and allies, you're gonna do far better than without. You can't do this alone. There's too much map to cover and too many people to worry about. Why can I see you? Oh, you're scouting. There's just too much going on to try and monitor all this as one alliance. You're really gonna go again? It better be Bellisfen. I'll throw whatever you want to at it if it's Bellisfen. And this will be the last attack I send so that I can give my battle fever time to go away before I go to bed. I'm coming. Here we go there, and join the rally from here. Sure, what region do you want me to check at? G76. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting a little tired as the night goes on. Oh, no, you're fine. They're just... My alliance is just trying to kill as many troops as they can while BTW isn't, forcing them out. What alliance are you curious about not being able to hit? You said you were in Skiz, correct? You've got a couple of... You're curious if you would be able to fight red? That and this is going to be a problem. Other than that, 1.3 versus 1.6. Honestly, what you need to do, you need to get to the 8 first. As you're seeing, defense is a lot easier. Yeah. Defense is a lot easier to accomplish. If you get to the 8 and start circling around it, depending on how they build, you might want to come from the bottom just to try and cut them off sooner. And then you can reinforce towers with infantry while they're trying to bring you down. Red. Okay, so you got red, Arc 3, Assy, and Alls. So your allies are all 3 right here. Coming from the bottom, let's see. Assy's not going to be a problem. They don't have anything that can overwhelm you, They don't have you beaten numbers, I don't think. Yeah, no, you have 20 more members than them. And they aren't even building to the center, so they're a non-issue right now. Arc 3 is building too slowly to even be a threat for the next day, give or take. And it looks like they're heading down to the 7 to move with red. So, considering Arc is slower, you need to take this path and build up around the 8. If you get to that first, that'll give plenty of time for Red and Exus to deal with whatever they need to deal with. Because it doesn't look like Exus is having any issues fighting back Alls. I mean, they brought the fight to them, of all things. So, Exus is handling that, and Red is actually heading over to the 7 to help him. If this Red decides to go south to help Exus, you build to the 7 to apply pressure. You gotta think, Red is in a group with 4 people already. I doubt they're just going to give you second place, because it'll kill their credibility with their other 3 allies. Even if you did suggest it, I don't think they would take it. Now, would it be better for you? It would make it for a lot easier island. But you don't want it too easy. I think between the only 2 issues Red has are right there. And it's only because they have tier 5 troops. He might have tier 5 troops, but he does. The rest of it is they have less numbers. If you get on the if you set up a defense, you win. There's not going to be enough. They can't do enough. Because there's one trick that's because that's one of the bigger benefits to defending. Here, I'll show you. If I can. That rally is doing really well again. The reinforce button. Oh, your Red on your side has T5 as well? Why are you worried? You have enough T4 to counter their tier 5. And your allies have tier 5 as well. So, yeah. On defense, you can actually garrison the same tower with multiple of your own troops. So the tier 5 player, or the 1 or 2 of them, can fill an entire tower full of their own tier 5. They cannot fill an entire rally with their own tier 5. So the most tier 5 that you would have to deal with is 300,000, and maybe 400,000 if his friend joins in any rally. And you have the numbers to counter that, and he'd be killing off his own tier 5. So, no, I don't think... I think the way you have it set up right now is not only going to make for a much more fun island for you. Oh, God. It'll make for a much more fun island for you, and will give you plenty of opportunities to actually win. Whereas pairing with the other, a 5v2 situation, that's not fun. You're not guaranteed to get second place. No, I think you'd be just fine where you are now. Honestly, you have the best position in that region. If you build around that 8, and with the allies that you have, you could give red second place. Well, you could give RE Big D second place and XC third without a lot of difficulty. But that's my opinion on that. But with that, if you don't have any other questions, it is past 11 o'clock. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. One of those hours has been on melatonin. So I'm going to get this video uploaded to YouTube and get a bubble on myself for the night. And I will prep for tomorrow's activities. I will be online, same time, just a little bit after 1:30 UTC, and I'll stream for as long as I can. But with that, this is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, signing off.